And welcome, fans, to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network for today's contest between the Tennessee Tempo FC boys in red out there and the Midwest Hooligans. Running through starting lineup, I have to turn myself down my headset a little bit. In goal for the Hooligans, number 12, Damiano Risi. Number 3, Drake Dickens. Number 6, Bobby Davis. Number 15, Ahmed Abdullahi. Number 19, Jax Benton. Number 39, Nemanja Jivojic. That's a tough one. Number 40, Katai. That's easy. Number 44, Ethan Anderson. Number 82, Santiago Arafat. Number 91, Xavier Angel. And number 99, Ian Cowie Jr. And your starters for Tempo in goal, number 1, Alex Rodriguez. Across the back line, number 4, Ibu Diop. Number 5, Alfredo Gilly. And the big man in the middle, number 21, Musa Gay. Is accompanied by number 7, Stanley Grandpierre. Number 9, Harrison Watts. Number 11, Gregory Cousins. Number 12, Chijoki Otuanyi. Number 18, Dominic Oduro. And number 23, Jermaine Muirhead. As we are just about to kick off, sadly for myself, tonight fans, we do not have a scoreboard. We're working at Siegel High School, and I believe they're going under some kind of maintenance. So thankfully you all can see online, though I'll be shooting in the air a little bit. Speaking of pass in the air, starting off with a long ball. It's Gay attempting to pass way across the field to Stanley Grandpierre. Pass is unable to find his target. It'll be a throw-in early for the Hooligans. As we're starting this broadcast, I do want to say thank you to all the administrative staff and coaching staff at Midwest Hooligans. They treated me very well. Austin Bruder, I know, is the person who I was emailing with back and forth. Were very gracious, sent me pronunciation guide numbers, rosters, starting lineup, everything. So I want to thank you very much before we get too far into this game, as we will have a throw-in for Tempo on the far side. That's fellow big Senegalese man passing to Gay. That's Diop, and now Gay charging through the middle, eyeing up another long ball. He'll deliver a ball over the top to Grandpierre. Touch forward to Grandpierre. He has Watts in the middle trailing. It's Otuanyi, Muirhead, and several others. He's dancing, he's shooting, and it's blocked. I apologize for the beginning of this broadcast while I start to get numbers sorted out, but we have a player charging down the middle as Gay's able to deflect that ball back up on the outside here. Number 39, that's Jivojic. Now playing it amongst their back line. It's like the man in the middle of their defense, number 6, Bobby Davis. He's holding the ball and attempting to run forward. Plays a left-footed ball over to his number 40 up top. Not a bad ball to start, playing that to number 40, Katai. I believe it's Katai Mukuka. I'm not certain. Looks like he just goes by Katai. Though, with myself working in the NAI for Cumberland University, we did play Brescia last year, and that is where Katai played his freshman season of college soccer and played well enough to earn himself a transfer up to Northern Indiana University. Plays in the River States Conference, was Newcomer of the Year, Player of the Year, and Attacker of the Year. Hard to beat that. That's Baldy playing the ball back to the ever-present man in between the sticks, Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez playing it short to Gay. I'm sure Moose will be eyeing up a lot of long balls as he does again. Looking for Watts. Watts heads it up. I'm sure him and Davis will have a battle back there. As Otuanyi passes it back to Balde, who controls it well and plays it over to Oduro. Oduro electing to play it back to Diop. Back to Gay. Tempo with the spell of the ball right now to Balde. I believe that's an all Senegalese back line as Balde plays a nice ball over the top. First touch is going to be by Davis, though. Bobby Davis, I have here, was a defender from England. Came through the Wolverhampton Wanderers FC Academy. Wolves, a big team in England, had a lot of stars play for their team. Still playing in the Premier League. If you watch any Premier League, they might lose a couple big players this offseason. And Bobby Davis has found his way over here. That's Gay on the ball again. Eyeing up yet another long ball. Cousins is on. Well handled by the goalkeeper. Cousins, a very pacey player, very athletic. Watching him play, it looks like he likes to do less on the ball sometimes than his counterpart, Grandpierre, in the back. But he has pace for days, and he can finish with the best of them. Sitting on 4 goals at this point of the season. Now Reese has the ball in the back. Playing it forward to Davis, and in the middle, that's Katai. Long ball over to the right back. I believe that's Dickens on that far side. Looks like the captain, number 3, Drake Dickens, an Oakland City University product, Southern Indiana through and through. In the middle to Muirhead. Muirhead loses it. Wins it back initially off Katai. Katai is dribbling, though. And a great tackle from Muirhead. Easily handled by Rodriguez. That's Rodriguez short to Gay. Gay outside to Balde. Balde in the middle finds Muirhead. Muirhead with a one-time ball to his Bethel teammate. That's Cousins on the ball right now. Battling with the left back. A lot of contact. Ref letting the play on. Ball in the middle to Oduro. Down to the floor goes Cousins. Not certain what happened here, but Oduro and number 15 in the middle. Abdullahi fighting it out. As big number 9 is able to win the ball back in the middle. That's Ian Coey, though only initially, as now it's Russo playing a ball outside to Grandpierre. Grandpierre taking on Dickens. Cuts inside, cuts back out. He has players in the middle. He has Otuwandi and Watts both. Down in the box, they will say that is a foul committed by Watts. Again, fans, we thank you for listening to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network. Try to do a professional job here. We appreciate everybody that listens, including my friend Julio Cervantes. Thank you for the text. I'm hoping that the stream sounds better today than we've had a couple times this year whenever we've had technical difficulties. With that being said, Alfredo Gilly trying to make sure there's technical difficulties for the wide midfielder there for Hooligans, as Tennessee Tempo will have a throw-in. And that's Diop to Gay. Balde on the ball again. The defense getting a lot of touches right now for Tempo. Everyone kind of in this middle third of the field right now, as that's Gilly playing it outside to Grandpierre. Grandpierre back to Gilly, back to Diop, and again to Gay. If you don't know this Tempo team, they're a team that likes to hold the ball. They pick and choose their moments. Try not to be wasteful with the ball. As I say that, Muirhead, the unfortunate turnover, as Xavier Angel is able to play that ball back to Davis. I believe that's Ethan Anderson on the outside. Anderson, with a lot of experience in the UPSL, was with one of the top dogs in Southern Indiana this past season. Looks like he was a midseason transfer from South Carolina Heat. Player with a good pedigree, can play. He's on the ball right now, though it looks like he's going to give it to the captain. The captain switches field. That's Balde eyeing it up. He chests it down, plays it forward to Oduro. Deacon elects to play it back to Diop. Out to Gay and back to Balde. And let's repeat and do the same thing. Plays short to Gilly. Gilly, someone you see playing in the defense a lot. Really versatile, really athletic player, though. He can play all over the field. That's Balde eyeing a long ball up. He elects to drop it back to Oduro, all the way back to Gay. Defense continuing to play amongst themselves, looking to pull this Midwest Hooligans team apart. Unable to find much yet. It's Katai with the pressure. Big man up top, Cowie. Cowie. I need to see. I believe I was sent a pronunciation guide. Again, thank you so much to Austin Bruder. So Duro turns around, plays the ball back in the middle to Gilly. Gilly going to need to get rid of it quick with pressure in front of him, and he does. Now it's Gay back outside to Diop. Defense happy to keep the ball right now. Not a lot for me to say, and as I say that, a long ball attempt from Gay. He has a chance to find Grandpierre, but Diggins plays it out. We'll have a Tennessee Tempo corner, first one of the game if I'm not mistaken. Grandpierre can take good corners. He may be the one that stays out there. A lot of the time in the starting lineup, you'll have Horace Avila Jr., who can take a corner from either side well, though he's off representing his national team in Belize right now. So instead, it'll be the Haitian Grandpierre with a chance to deliver a ball into the box. It's like 6 players for Tempo in there. Reese going to have to go through a wall of players to save this one. The delivery to the near post headed out by number 15. That's Abdullahi. Back outside to Grandpierre now. Taking Abdullahi on one-on-one. Gay tries to dive to put a head on it, and he ends up running into another player as now Katai Mukuka is outrunning. It's a 2-on-2 right now, and Balde looks to be faster now and gets pulled out by Katai. And Katai elects to flick the ball on. Going to have to be careful not to do that as he'll get himself a silly yellow card, wasting time early this part of the game. Could be an interesting battle in the back there with a lot of pace and some goals in Katai. But if there's a back line you can trust, it is our Tennessee Tempo FC. Big men at the back as they'll continue to play it amongst themselves. Eyeing up a long ball is Gay, though he'll elect to play it back outside yet again to Balde. Balde to Muirhead. Muirhead trying to get the ball to his teammate in Cousins. Cousins driving now. He has Abdullahi nearest to him. Tries to put the ball in the box. Initially, kind of a mistaken turn, I think, taken by Abdullahi, but he's able to clear it out. He's now driving forward is Oduro. Oduro to Cousins. He flicks it on to Muirhead. Muirhead with two defenders in front of him. He's driving forward. He has a chance to cross, and he crosses indeed. Looks for Otuwani and Watts. Doesn't find either one of them. Now it's Grandpierre. Grandpierre flicks it up. The high kick, and the ball ends up coming out. And now Hooligans have a chance to break. Ball over the top. Running onto the ball. Great tackle from Musa Gay. As running onto the ball was Nemanja Djozovic. An excellent tackle from the big man from Senegal, saving what could have been one of the best real attacking attempts of the game so far for Hooligans. Now it looks like there's some pushing and shoving in the middle. Been a feisty game already. The ball be played back, given to Tempo. Initially, it looks like it'll be Diop taking the free kick. And we will play. Tempo with much of the ball so far at this point of the game, though still no goals coming from either side. Some pressure from Katai. Outside to Diop. Back to Gay. Gay looking for his options. He'll play it inside to Muirhead. Muirhead with pressure. Played back to Balde from Oduro. Back in the middle to Gay. Gay outside to Diop. The Tempo backline doing a great job of keeping these defenders on their toes right now for Hooligans. Playing a little bit of an offsides trap, playing up high. Said everything kind of being played in the middle of the field right now, as that's Muirhead outside to Cousins. Cousins plays it all the way back to Balde. And Gay with a long ball, looking for Grandpierre. It's in the middle. Dickens with the first touch. Grandpierre and himself colliding. Grandpierre outside, finds Otuwani. He has two defenders in front of him, takes him on, plays it outside to Otuwani. He'll have a chance to cross. He has Muirhead on the edge of the box. He finds him. The forward touch played out by Dickens. Looks like we will have to ask for a ball. We have some more interesting facts. Number 19, Jax Benton, youngest player in club history, 16 years old. His brother is number 47, Jace Benton. As we have the long throw coming in the box from Grandpierre. Headed on, flicked on by Harrison Watts. Not a bad attempt on goal. Though, definitely saved by Reese, who will play it out, initially played outside to Bobby Davis, though he pulls back and plays it to his right center back, Anderson. Anderson with a low-driven ball in the middle to Coe Jr. And Oduro is able to win that ball. Big man asking for a foul, saying that Oduro grabbed his arm. Nothing doing, though. Balde to Gay and back to Balde and all the way back to Rodriguez. Very evenly matched game so far to this point. In the middle to Gay. The long ball this time going to Cousins. First time from Gay to Cousins, and he's driving. He has Bobby Davis. He beats him. He's one-on-one with Abdullahi in the middle, and he takes a shot, though it's saved by Reese. Not the worst shot attempt from Cousins, though, on his left foot. I believe that's his weaker left foot. I'm sure he wishes they could do more with that, as Gay will have the first touch on the long ball attempt to Coe Jr. It'll be a throw-in by number 15, Abdullahi. He'll elect to lay the ball down for Coe Jr. It's a long throw, and it is a long throw. Going shoulder to shoulder right now. And the ball rebounds unluckily back, though it's definitely saved by Rodriguez, who's going to play the ball well out of bounds, and he had better get back. Going shoulder to shoulder was Diop and Vojic. As now Katai is able to get the ball past Alfredo Russo Gilly initially, though. Gilly comes out with it now. Between the legs goes Diop. Referee going to say there was a corner kick, and the Diop played the ball along the touchline. Tempo going to have to get back quickly and defend their first corner of the game. As it looks like Hooligans initially wanted to take it quickly, though they're keeping a short option in Vojic. They will play it to him. There's a chance to put the ball in, hitting right into the chest of Grand Pierre. Referee going to say it was a handball committed by the Haitian. Ball taken quickly. Oduro, the chance to get the ball out, and he does. As the last man back, I believe, is Abdullahi. And he'll play it back to the goalkeeper, Reese. Cousins putting pressure on initially. The long ball attempt falls a little bit short. I'm going to say foul committed by Oduro. It's him and number 91, Xavier Angel, collided in the middle. Bobby Davis with a left-footed ball outside to Abdullahi. He has his teammate. His teammate with the ball in to Katai, and Katai will have a shot. Well saved initially by Rodriguez and played out by Diop. Probably the best chance of the game so far for either team coming from Katai, though. Ball put right into the chest and well saved by the big Spaniard. So that's number 91, Xavier Angel, playing the ball forward. Looking for Katai again. He's the man of action in the middle, and everybody wants to find him. And a yellow card for Jermaine Muirhead. I don't know that I agree with that call, though. It's not my job to say whether the call was correct or not. Rather just call the game. So for now, the Jamaican Muirhead going to have to play a bit more carefully, as we're not that far into this first half, playing on a yellow card. Katai sat on the floor, adjusting his laces. Looks like he'll be okay, just taking his time. Stand up on his own. Time ticking off the clock right now as he still adjusts. Coming back to defend is Harrison Watts. Staying up high, Grand Pierre. The nearest player for tempo to the free kick is Gregory Cousins. Should be marking Katai. And the delivery. 3 different tempo players in the air. Otuani initially plays it out. Chested down, continue play forward. Good tackle from Otuani, and tempo are on the break. Several players back defending, though. Cousins with kind of an ill-fated attempt, though. 2 different Hooligans players run into each other and now taking on several players. Is Grand Pierre back in the middle to Otuani. Drops it to Watts, though. This time pass. Now Bobby Davis plays it forward to Katai. Katai one-on-one with Balde, and a great tackle from Suleimani Balde. And then that excellent challenge, able to pull the ball back, get a throw in for the boys in red. It looks like it will be Balde with the throw-in. Playing it back to his fellow center back there, Gay. Gay with the ball to Diop. No pressure at the moment. It looks like Benton will offer some. That's Jax Benton, 16 years old. In the middle to Oduro. Back to Gay, outside to Diop. Short to Grand Pierre. Several players in front of him. Plays a nearly an excellent ball over the top to Watts, though first touch by Davis. Ball played up into the air. Muirhead trying to play it forward. Finds the ball all the way back. Now going to the floor is number 91, Angel, making a great tackle. Now after all that, playing the ball on the floor, we're going to say there's a free kick won by Muirhead. As a tempo supporter, I say that I'm happy to get that foul call, as he was sat on the floor for several seconds, though. Hooligans had a chance with their own free kick not long ago, and it was pretty well taken care of by Alfredo Gilly initially, then cleared out by Oduro. As eyeing up the free kick right now is going to be Balde. Oduro to his left for the short option. Otuanyi on his right. We are live. The right-footed delivery. Watts with the first touch. Not able to put it on frame. The big man scored 10 goals so far this year, looking to add more to his tally. Unable to with that, though. Hooligans keeping Benton very high right now, playing right along the touchline. Tempo need to be aware on that far side. Now everybody's playing forward. Reese looking to eye up a far goal kick by the looks of it. Everybody pushing to that far side. Delivery just past midfield. First touch by Coe. Now that's Javojic. Coming out of that with the ball is Grand Pierre, who's taking his strides going forward. Look to play Cousins, unable to find him, however. Throw in from Hooligans. Headed into the air by Grand Pierre over the top of Javojic. Finds Otuanyi back to Balde. In the middle to Oduro. Oduro escaping pressure initially, finding Otuanyi. Forward to Muirhead. Muirhead against Davis, plays the ball forward. We played out for a throw-in. Last touch by Ethan Anderson. Looks like it will be Otuanyi taking the initial throw-in. Playing it short. Back to Balde. Balde taking on Coe Jr. I thought he was pushed out of bounds a little bit, though. Ref obviously not seeing the same thing, so we play on as it'll be a throw-in for Hooligans, excuse me. The throw from Abdullahi. Nobody able to connect with it. Gay playing it back to Rodriguez. Benton by himself pressing right now. Back on the wing, that's Grand Pierre forward to Cousins. Cousins pulled to the floor, I thought, though. Referee says play on. And he sat on the floor right now, attempting to stand back up. It's pressure from Muirhead. Trying to play a quick switch to the outside, looking for Katai, unable to find him. So now Otuanyi will look to drop it back to Balde. Outside to Gay, or inside to Gay, I should say. Eyeing up another long ball. Alex against it. Back to Balde. And right back to Gay. Oduro with a fist ball outside to Grand Pierre. He has Dickens one-on-one. Cuts inside, back outside. Initially looked like he could have won a corner kick, though it's given a goal kick for Reese. I would imagine that the Italian will push everyone forward, but he's keeping a short option for now. Look to see if they'll try and hold the ball more than they have so far. He indeed will push everybody forward again to the far side. Not a super high arcing ball. First touch by Gilly. Outside to Oduro. Muirhead with an attempted pass looking for Otuanyi. Doesn't find him, though. Referee gives a foul, and Hooligans plays it quickly. A little too quickly, though, as the through ball goes all the way through back to Rodriguez. Now to Gay. In the middle to Gilly. Long pass from Balde, well lofted. Muirhead will have a chance. Off the back of Angel, finds Otuanyi now. Otuanyi with the ball forward to Grand Pierre. Does Grand Pierre have the pace? It looks like he does. He has a defender in front of him. That's Dickens. He cuts inside. Initially, strong touch all the way back to Gilly. Gilly looks like he may switch it, though he drops it all the way back to Balde. Balde outside to Otuwanyi. Otuwanyi dribbling through several players, now between the legs of Abdullahi, though. Well won in the middle by Arafat. That's Benton coming out with the ball, though well dealt with by Gilly. Oduro winning the ball back in the middle and stopping things, slowing things down, I should say, for tempo. Balde back outside to Gay. Back to Diop. And right back to Gay. Trying to drive forward. Gay opens up space for Oduro. Dropping in is Watts. Back to Oduro. Who played across to Balde. Balde back in the middle to Gay. Now Oduro. Watts dropping in deep, looking to hold up play a little bit. Everything is very compact right now in the middle. Both teams playing within around about 30 yards of one another. The ball's played in the middle to Cousins. Cousins tried to play it to Watts, unable to find him though. As now it's Gay and Katai in a foot race. Katai has a chance here. And a near chance from Katai. Had to hold my breath just for a moment. I didn't want to have to say goal for Katai. And the ball goes just wide of the crossbar, or of the post, I should say. Now Rodriguez and Gay going to have to calm heads. That's probably the highest, if you're a stat lover, the highest XG chance of the game. Is now Balde. Plays it back into the middle. Gay short to Gilly. Gilly outside to Balde. Balde looked like he was eyeing up a ball maybe to Gregory Cousins in the middle. Elects against it. Now driving forward. Diop playing it to Grandpierre with the one-time ball to Oduro. Escapes pressure. 3 or 4 different players. As Grandpierre gets brought to the floor. Ball goes all the way back to Diop. Now the skip pass from Diop to Balde. Finds Muirhead in the middle. Several players in the area, though. Otuwanyi comes out with it. And he'll play it all the way back to a center back. In the middle to Oduro. To Cousins. Cousins' touch is a little bit strong. Gets brought to the floor. Now Cousins and Benton colliding, though. Cousins comes out with it, and Grandpierre will have a chance to attack. He's one-on-one with Dickens. He cuts inside onto his right foot and takes a shot. And it's off the American crossbar, American football crossbar, I should say. And Reese will have a chance for a goal kick. As Hooligans will have a player on the floor now. Never like to see players down, though somebody running in case there needs to be a substitution for Hooligans. I'll take advantage of this short pause and take a quick drink. And thank you again, fans, for listening. And we're back underway, fans, now as Reese again telling his teammates to drive forward. Coming to the near sideline rather than the far this time. Looks like he's looking for the big man, number 99. It's just short, well won by Oduro. That's Muirhead playing the ball forward to Otuwanyi. Otuwanyi with the chance to put the ball in. Not the best cross, though. Coming out with it is Cousins. Cousins with the shot attempt, played out by Dickens. Now that's Grandpierre. Grandpierre driving past several defenders, playing the ball forward to Muirhead, though. Nobody with strong possession of the ball yet, and coming out with it is Angel. And now slowing things down for tempo is Balde. In the middle, eyeing up his options initially. Oduro plays it outside to Ibu. Back to Oduro, controlling traffic in the middle. Long ball attempt looking for Watts. First touch by Ethan Anderson. Played out by Dickens. Dickens has Katai. Though Gay comes out with it. And now Diop has a chance to drive. Plays the ball in the middle to Cousins. Cousins with all kinds of pressure from Anderson. Back to Gilly. All the way back to Gay. Balde with several options, though closing in, forcing him backwards is Katai. Ebo again driving, looking for Cousins. Strong pressure, ref says to play on. Several bodies on the floor. If you can't hear it on the crowd mic, I don't think Tempo players or fans were agreeing with that call. Nonetheless, we'll have a sub coming in right now, number 47. See if I can pull up our roster numbers here. Number 47, that's Jace Benton. I believe coming out of the game. Sat down too quickly. I'm not certain yet, but again, that's the brother of the youngest player in club history. Excuse me, that's Jax Benton and his brother Jace Benton. Now bringing the ball down is Muirhead. Looks to play it forward to Otuani. He doesn't have him, though. The ball be dropped back to Gay. Forward to Diop, and now to Grandpierre. Dickings having to work a lot over there on that far sideline. Well won, played the ball forward. Found Arafat. A lot of hand fighting right now. If you can't see it on the field, you can hear it on the field. Now that's Muirhead finding Otuani. Gets past Abdullahi. Looks outside for Muirhead. Muirhead's on sides. He's one-on-one with Angel, I believe. Flicks the ball back to Balde. Didn't like any of his options. Outside to Diop. Diop in the middle to Gay. Musa with a chip ball looking for Otuani. Otuani will be on sides. And it'll be a throw-in right on the corner flag for Tempo. Not certain yet who will be taking the throw-in. Nobody looking like they want to take it. And it looks like it'll be Suleimane Balde going ahead and attempting what will most likely be a long throw right here. Just get the ball in the box. He has several bodies. He plays it short to Watts. Brings it down. Katai Makuka, the first one to the ball. It looks like Gilly caught legs with Katai. And will win a free kick for Hooligans in the back. Several players using this free kick as a moment to voice their concerns to the referee. Katai stands up and looks like he's walking okay. Reese looked initially like he would take it, though. He's giving it to the left footer there, Davis. Davis got all of that ball. Looking for Katai. Well won by Balde, though. Cowie able to come out with it. And a great challenge from Balde. Brought to the floor by Makuka is Oduro. Been a very physical game so far. Both teams vying for a goal. Nobody able to crack the egg just yet. As Gay will play it back to Rodriguez. Play it forward to Diop. Strong pressure coming from Benton. I believe that's Jace Benton. Coming out could have been his brother, Jax Benton. As Gay's on the ball right now. He'll play it outside to Balde. Balde initially looking at Muirhead. First to hold on to the ball and played in the middle to Gay. The long ball attempt looking for Grandpierre. Grandpierre touches it forward to Cousins. Cousins brings it down. He's one-on-one with Anderson. The two of them in a battle right now. Brought to the floor by Anderson. And this scrappy game continues to be a scrappy game as Tempo win a free kick just about 5 or 6 yards outside of the 18-yard box. Cousins able to stand up. Looks like Gvojic appealing to the referee that there was more contact coming from Cousins than there was Anderson, though. Nothing doing. And now eyeing up that free kick will be Suleimane Balde yet again. Grandpierre will come forward. The short option is Oduro. The far post, you have Otuwani, Watts, Gilly, Muirhead. Near, you have Grandpierre and Cousins. Though something tells me Suleimane Balde might just have a crack at this. First ball goes into the wall. Played back. Tempo able to gain possession of the ball back. Little chip ball flicked up in the air by Watts. Now won by Muirhead. Muirhead gliding around the field, looking in the middle for Oduro. He finds him. Two players in the middle. That's Cousins looking to turn and shoot. His shot well wide of the bar. And now it looks like nobody has a ball right now. And there we have one. Again, fans, want to thank you for listening to our Tennessee Tempo FC broadcast. Hope you're enjoying the match, and we thank everyone of you who are listening. We are still waiting for this goal kick from Reese. And the delivery in the middle finds the big man, number 99. Flicked on initially by Gilly. Holding up plays Cousins. Cousins back on the floor. Gilly with a great tackle. Finds Muirhead. Muirhead with the chip ball forward to Grandpierre. Grandpierre trips up on his own feet, I believe. I'm sure he'll wish he had that one back. Nonetheless, the long throw-in attempt by Coe is going to be pulled back. The throw from Dickens. Grandpierre with the first touch. Gets through several players, and he's driving. Looking forward for Watts, but well tackled by Dickens. Brought to the floor is Russo. Won by Diop. Diop to Gay. Looks like he wanted to play a quick switch to Otuwani. Prefers to drop it into the middle of the field. Finds Oduro. Oduro's driving. He has Otuwani outside. Dropping in for support is Watts. Though it's Gilly in the middle. Gilly with a great one-time pass to Watts. Watts chested down. Well defended by Angel. And played out for a tempo throw-in. Ball played initially to Gay, now in the middle to Gilly. Playing with the ball a little bit right there is Diop. Need to be certain that he does not allow anything silly at the back. And that's Cousins with the touch and the shot. Nothing coming from the shot. Driving forward is Dickens. Foul called in the middle, committed by number 5, Alfredo Gilly. Long free kick, looking for Katai. Gay, first one to it. Ball played forward, that's Coe. Won by Gay. Numbers forward for Tempo. Through ball looking for Watts. Watts and Anderson are in a foot race. He has Cousins in the middle. He'll take his defender on, get brought to the floor, and it looks like it'll be just outside the box. It's an unfortunate situation. I nearly got excited, but pretty well could see that it was outside the box, as that's Anderson committing a foul in not the best spot if you want to give up a foul, as it looks like it'll be Grandpierre eyeing up the free kick initially. Watts may be a big body out on the field, but he moves really well. Last week had a graceful-looking goal on the ball, driving past several TUSC players. And though he's right-footed, took a left-footed attempt, put it in the near post. Was an excellent shot. As now Grandpierre will eye the ball up as Diop is running in at the second post. Looks like Gay will come into the box as well. The delivery takes a shot. Well saved by Reese. First one to it is number 82. Plays it outside to Benton. And one initially by Benton, though, brought back by Grandpierre. Grandpierre defending his hind end off right now. Attempting to just clear the ball forward was Anderson, though. Played it off one of his own teammates' hind ends, I believe. The ball will be played out now. Looks like it'll be Dickens taking the throw in. Again, the captain on that far side. Played a lot of games at the NAI level. Scored a pair of goals and had an assist. As his long throw finds Coey. Coey pushes down Muirhead. Referee says play on. The long kick from Davis. Katai has a chance. Brought back by Balde. He'll have another chance. Well won by Diop. Excellent defending. And now that's Balde. Had to stop and gather myself as Tempo nearly put themselves in a not so good position. So we'll have a throw in for the Hooligans. I don't know how many the boys in red can get away with like that. Gonna have to be extra careful, especially with a guy like Katai up top. So now that's Dickens on the ball, driving forward. Being defended by Grandpierre, and it'll be a throw in for Benton. Instead, taking it will be Dickens, telling several teammates, go further back. See if he has the long throw in his bag. Solid throw, won by Coey. And yet again, referee allowing a Hooligans player to kick the ball out of play. First it was Katai. Now it looks like that was an Angel. Goalkeeper Alex Rodriguez unhappy with it. I believe there was a foul committed by the big man, number 99. Playing it short, Rodriguez finds Gay. Outside to Balde. Balde finds nobody in the middle except Bobby. Bobby Clark. Now that's Jazovic. Initially played forward now by Gay, though. Still with possession of the ball are the Hooligans. And going all the way back is Davis. Finds Anderson. Anderson with pressure coming from all sides. Finds Davis in the middle. Dickens driving. Gilly with pressure. Right now, Grandpierre and Dickens battling. It'll be a Hooligans throw-in. He'll throw it in quick. Diop heads it into the air. That's Jazovic on the ball right now. Oduro battling it out. Nobody with clear possession of the ball, though Oduro, man, sometimes he is just a joy to watch the way that he can get himself out of pressure. Now trying to play the ball forward was Balde, though, coming out with it. Now Dickens, they're right back on this near sideline. Gatai drops it back to Abdullahi. Abdullahi back to Anderson. Driving is Anderson. Outside to Benton. Won by Tempo, and the ball played quickly to Watts. Watts and Davis in a foot race. Watts has won that foot race for now, and Watts will have a chance. Touch is too big, and they will call a penalty for Damiano Risi. Oh, excuse me, he pointed to the spot. He was telling him to stand up. I got excited, fans. I do apologize, though. Winning the ball back is Oduro in the middle, again escaping pressure. The referee initially pointed forward. I thought he pointed to the spot. I do apologize for that, though. Grandpierre is going to look to put the ball right back in the box. Looking for Watts at the second post. Watts, I'm sure, wishes he had that back. Just needed his touch a little bit closer, trying to separate from Davis. He had him beat in a foot race. Though Reese able to come out and corral that ball, bring it in. Reese finally decides to play one short, finds Anderson. Anderson prefers the long ball himself over the head of Diop. Instead, it's Gay. Winning the ball now is Gilly. Gilly drops all the way back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a ball outside to Cousins, unable to find him. Be a throw in on the far sideline for Dickens right now. Throw will go in the middle of the box to number 39, played forward by Diop. Chested down all the way to the floor is Grandpierre, and Grandpierre has a chance to break away. Several players running forward for tempo. On his right side is Otuani, and on his left side is Watts. Watts is on the ball. He has two players at the edge of the box. He takes the touch inside, puts the ball in the middle. Initially looking for Otuani. Instead, it's Muirhead. Muirhead with two players closing in on him. Katai with the initial defense. Coming out with it, though, is Muirhead. Plays the ball off of Abdullahi. Now all the way back to Oduro. Oduro in the middle to Gilly. Gilly with a skip pass looking outside for Cousins. Cousins has a chance to take his defender on. Puts the ball in the middle, and that's a goal for Seth Chijoki Otuwanyi. And Tennessee Tempo lead this game 1-0. Just minutes after what I thought was a penalty chance in the box. A great delivery in the box from Gregory Cousins finds Seth Otuwanyi, and this game is now 1-0 for Tennessee Tempo FC. In a half that looks like it could have been going the way of Midwest Hooligans with some of these counters, it's Tennessee Tempo that strike first, and who better than Seth Otuwanyi, a player who's played a lot of games for this Tempo side, and playing in sort of an unusual position on the wing, typically plays in the middle or up top, playing outside. The big man finds himself a goal to break this game wide open. Hooligans going to have to slow things down and try and recover relatively quickly. Can't let Tempo break this game open, as they can do at times. As I believe we are in stoppage time, if my stream is correctly. Not much time left to be played in this first half, as that's Angel playing the ball forward, looking for Coe. Headed on by Diop. Touched down by Gilly. He has Otuwanyi on the break again. If Otuwanyi can get to that ball, this will be a great opportunity. In the middle is Muirhead, Watts, and Grandpierre taking on Davis. Puts a left-footed ball into Muirhead. Muirhead brought down, and the referee does indeed point to the spot this time, as that's Ethan Anderson pulling down Jermaine Muirhead, and the Jamaican wins a penalty to put in another chance for a goal for Tempo in a matter of minutes. Though Muirhead on the floor right now holding his leg, he has dealt with a couple of hamstring injuries in this season so far. Hope the big Jamaican is all right, though Tempo have a chance to double their lead in a span of minutes. Watts turned down an opportunity to take a penalty this time last weekend. We'll see if the number 9 decides to take this, as he holds the ball right now. Last weekend it was Seth Poku putting one in the back of the net, and it looks like Watts will have a chance to add in his 11th goal of the season. Referee sending Reese back. No funny business right here, Harrison. Let's make this goal count. The shot, and it's easily put away in the bottom left corner of the box. And now, in a matter of minutes, Tempo have broke this game wide open. With a short run up, Watts looks at that left side of the goal, watches the keeper dive to his right, and puts one in the back of the net to make it 2-0. An excellent shot from Watts makes it his 11th on the season. And Tempo broke this game wide open. Just as I said, Hooligans need to calm things down and make certain the Tempo don't put another one in. Now, in what looks like the 48th minute, third minute of stoppage time, I should say, Tempo put in another goal. Now that's Benton on the ball, dropping it back to Dickens. Dickens battling with Grandpierre, and Grandpierre has a chance to break. That's Cousins on the ball. Cousins gets pushed off. Dickens and Cousins having a bit of a shoving match right now. Watching play go forward, looking in the middle. Looking for Coe. Coe has a chance, though Diop comes out with the ball, looks for Cousins. Cousins with a one-time pass to Russo, right back to him. And again, Tempo have a chance to break. Just 3 defenders back. And now Grandpierre looking in the middle. Grandpierre has a chance. He cuts inside. And well defended. As that's Muirhead winning the ball now. He tries to take a shot. Looks like it'll be a corner. I wasn't certain what had happened here. It looks like he may have caught the ground whenever he tried to take the long shot, though. Took a deflection off of Midwest Hooligan. Looks like we'll have an outswinging delivery coming from Stanley Grandpierre. We're well in stoppage time in this first half. This will most likely be the last real chance. Gonna have to make certain to stop any sort of hooligan counterattack, having numbers forward, though several back for tempo. I think head coach Giffen Dom would be happy to take a 2-0 lead into the half, though I'm far from opposed for adding one more in here, as Grand Pierre will have a chance to make this 3-0 as Gay steps further into the box. He's always a big target, stands on that near post with Watts. The right-footed delivery at the near post headed out by Dickens. Baldy gets a touch, puts it back in the box, headed forward by Anderson. And that will be the first half as your Tennessee Tempo FC take a 2-0 lead. Well after this half looked like it was over in the 45th minute of play. First a goal added in by Seth Otuwanyi, and then just 2 or 3 minutes later, putting another one in the back of the box is the big number 9, Harrison Watts, who right now looks like he's being checked on by his teammate, Gay and Grand Pierre, able to stand up on his own. Though, Tennessee Tempo rally late in this half to take a 2-0 lead. Again, fans, we thank you for listening to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network. We'll rejoin you in just about 15 minutes as our second half of action is coming up. Thank you. And welcome back, fans, as we rejoin you for this second half of action. About to kick off, your Tennessee Tempo FC lead the game 2-0. Goals both coming late in the moments of the first half. First coming from number 12, Seth Chijoki Otuanyi. And then at the spot, the big man, number 9, Harrison Watts, bearing a penalty in the bottom left corner to give Tempo a 2-0 lead. As we are waiting for number 40, Katai, to play the ball back and start this second half. And drop it back he does. Long ball from Davis, looking for Coe Jr., headed down by Balde. Bring the ball down is Katai. He's dribbling to his right side. Going through player after player. Now it's Benton on the ball. There's Dickens now. That's Arafat winning the ball initially, then losing the ball. And a bit of a push coming from Dickens between the legs of Gilly. And now the referee says Gilly pulled back Dickens. Been a lot of pushing and shoving in this match so far. I don't think much will change, though. One yellow card being garnished in the first half. That's for the Jamaican in the middle, number 23, Jermaine Muirhead. Excuse me. As a free kick goes to the second post, headed out by Diop. Chested forward initially by Watts. Played on the floor, looking for Grandpierre. Grandpierre in a foot race. Will he keep the ball in? He doesn't. Excels, as he says. I nearly was able to get to that. Though throw-in coming from Dickens. Looks for Katai in the middle. Finds him. Muirhead wins it. Played forward by Angel. Rodriguez allowing the pressure forward. Plays it outside to Balde. In the middle to Oduro. Right back to Balde. He's got the big switch. Elects to play it forward to Cousins. Reese going to have to handle that, and he does handle it well. The referee will say that he took the ball, and we have some pushing and shoving. Referee going to say that Reese grabbed the ball outside the box, though, and now Cousins pushed to the floor by Anderson or Davis 1. Retreating back to his goal is Reese, ensuring that Cousins was not able to take that free kick quickly, was pushed to the floor. Now everyone being told to come back. I don't know if that'll be an indirect free kick or not, if I'm honest. I should know that. Though, just 2 minutes into the first half, or second half, excuse me, Tempo have a great chance right here to put another one in the back of the net. Still much arguing with the referee in the middle. Being garnished a yellow card is Davis. I believe Anderson was already given one as well. Looks like it'll be just a simple free kick. Taking his 10 steps back, the referee's going to pull back several hooligans. Eyeing the ball up right now will be Grandpierre. It is indirect, and he takes a shot and rips it into Reese's hands. I thought Cousins may try and take that himself, though it's Reese playing the ball way up in the air. Finds Gay. Gay plays it forward into Muirhead. And referee going to say that Gilly had his leg high up in the air. Fouls Cowie. And Gilly might be given a yellow card. Referee having to deal with a lot of butting heads right now, I think. And Gilly is given a yellow card. Now 2 Tempo midfielders on yellows in the middle. Now that's Davis over top the ball right now. He has Anderson on the far side and Dickens on his near side. Well, it looks to be about 5 or 6 players all forward, though he plays it to Dickens. Dickens looked to deliver it early, didn't find him, and a foul from Cousins on Dickens. The referee, if you couldn't hear that, looked at Cousins and put his hand down and said, chill. I'm not certain that I've heard that from a referee before, but we will take advantage of this stop for a moment to allow a sub for the Hooligans. Once I see a number, I'll let you know. Looks like coming off the field will be Arafat. And the substitution will make his way onto the field. Wearing kind of bright pink salmon boots. Left-footed delivery from Davis on the edge of the box, headed up by Diop. Grandpierre tries to cut the ball back. Finds Diop. Now it's Rodriguez able to corral that ball in. Looks like it is number 93. That's Brody DeWeese. My research holds up. Looks like DeWeese is a player that's made nearly 20 appearances now for the Hooligans. A well-tenured player in this Hooligan side. Playing the ball forward was Arduro, unable to find Cousins, though Cousins with great pressure forces the long ball from Reese. Katai tried to head that ball, though doesn't find anybody. Now that's Balde deking him out several times. Now Katai takes advantage of Balde having too much fun with the ball. Shot saved by Rodriguez and played way out by the big man, Musa Gay. In a game like this, someone like Katai can really punish you. Just taking a moment to watch what's happening, though. Not a time that you need someone like Suleimane Balde to be playing with the ball too much. Great player, sometimes holds on to the ball, though will have a delivery into the box initially. Drop down for Katai in the hands of Rodriguez. He slips, looking for Grandpierre. Diop leathers the ball forward. Reese will initially come out for it. Dickens will play it back to his goalkeeper. In the middle, now outside. I believe that's DeWeese. It is. To Dickens. Dickens back in the middle to Davis. Davis looking for the switch to Abdullahi. Played forward. Gay is able to play that ball forward yet again. Team's ping-ponging the ball around a little bit right now. No strong possession. This ball is headed back up in the air. Oduro calms it down. Pulls the ball to the floor. Trying to get past the referee. Had a bit of a cone in the way. As Otuani flicks that ball forward to Muirhead. Muirhead brought to the floor. Referee will call a foul. And that is Angel committing the foul. Muirhead languishing on the floor right now. Was fouled hard to get the initial penalty. The second goal for Tempo in added time in the first half. Hopefully he's okay. As Balde stands over top the free kick. He has a switch pass to Diop. Down both wings. Far side Otuani. Near side Grandpierre. Who played in the middle to Oduro. Now looking for Otuani. Instead he plays it forward. Deeks a shot. Dribbles into the middle. Now to Gilly. Gilly back into the middle to Watts. Right back to him. Tries to drive forward. Finds Grandpierre. If there's anyone that's going to take someone on, it's Grandpierre. And referee's going to call a foul. Grandpierre committing the foul on Benton. And now Davis will come forward to take that free kick. Move Dickens into the middle. Benton on this near sideline. In the middle is Angel. Played forward. Headed up by Coey. Katai tries to flick that behind him. Unable to find anybody. And Grandpierre is charging. He has Watts. Watts can turn. Looks like he's going to have to drop it back. Strong pressure from Katai. Dickens and Gilly continuing to battle it out. Taken quickly by Dickens. It's Katai on the ball right now. He plays Benton down the wing. Benton is charging. Puts the ball in early. Has nobody yet. Playing the ball out to Oduro. Headed back into the box by Angel. The initial touch out by Otuwandi. And driving again. Taking a long shot. His effort's going to go well wide. Coming from DeWeese. Excuse me, that was Angel. Not often you see many numbers in the 90s, though. pair on the field right now. Excuse me, a trio on the field. Number 91, Xavier Angel. Number 93, Brody DeWeese. Number 99, Ian Coey Jr. Rodriguez will play that short to Gay. Gay eyeing up a long ball, and a long ball he sends, though it's on the floor. Finds Cousins. Cousins with the touch, goes outside. And with pace, he gets past Dickens initially. He has Watts in the middle, brought down by Dickens. He may be brandished a yellow card for stopping a counter. Our center ref is going to give him a yellow card. Pulls him backwards. Tempo again leading this game 2-0. And in a moment like that, he could have saved what looked like a really great counterattack opportunity as we just eclipsed the 10-minute mark, or I should say the 55th minute mark in this second half now, as we'll have a sub for Tempo on the far sideline. Excuse me, I'm being called for on the radio. And I'm back. I apologize for a brief stop, though our sub came on. Looks like Muhammad Jagni in the middle, as now Grand Pierre attempts to take a player on the outside. Initially steps on the ball, still comes out the better with it, inside to Muirhead. Muirhead tries to play it forward to Cousins. Cousins back to Muirhead. Muirhead still with the ball. He'll play it back to Diop. Diop will play it all the way back to Rodriguez, trying to stretch the field back out. Rodriguez plays a ball over the top. Anderson's the first one to it. Jagni had a chance to get his first touch of the game. That's Katai and Gay getting tied up. Tempo need to get back quickly as Cowie will try and take it quickly. Cowie looks like a big man, likes to get in there and get tied up with players. Now that's DeWeese, plays the ball forward to nobody on his own team. Letting that ball go all the way out of bounds. It will go out. That's Rodriguez on the ball right now. Has Gay short on the far side. Has Balde, and on the near side has Diop. If he plays it quick, that's Diop. Staying on this near side, Grand Pierre dropped in deep. Left-footed ball in the middle, looking for Watts. Watts and Davis getting tied up. Headed back from Watts. Finds Jagni with his first touch of the game. He'll look outside and find Balde. That's Jazovic in the middle. Finds Abdullahi. And winning that ball, winning a tackle initially, I should say, is Jagni. Jagni, a product of Zambia, as well as number 40, Katai Mukuku. I don't believe it's often that you'll see two players from Zambia on the field, especially in America. Though, two great African products putting an even better product out on the field. It looks like we'll have a long throw coming from Coey Jr. It'll find its way to Musa Gay. Gregory Cousins putting pressure on the outside. Box put into the middle. Several poor touches. Nobody able to control it yet. Ethan Anderson tries to put a ball back in the box, though a handball going to be called against one of the Hooligans. Now on the ball is Gay. He'll have a chance to eye up a long ball, though he'll play it short outside to his compatriot. Now the long ball, low-driven pass, looking for Watts. Watts drops his head just at the right moment, and it looked like Davis was expecting Watts to take the touch there and kind of got hit with the ball unexpectedly. Hope the big Englishman's all right. Unfortunate set of circumstances, kind of expecting something different to happen, and then obviously Watts dropped out of the way, and Davis was smoked with that ball, if I'm honest. I don't know where he was hit, but if you can see the stream, you can look where he's holding. The throw from Otuanyi. Initial touch by Tempo, though, now played forward by Davis. The touch. Two players for Tempo getting tied up right there, and that's Mukuka winning the ball. Several Hooligans very unhappy with that, and yet again, that's another Hooligan stop and play just so he can go and score on an open net, and he will be given a yellow card. That's Nemanja Jivosic. the third time this game. I'm not surprised for someone to finally be given a yellow card. I don't want to just say it's poor sportsmanship, but with the play being well over, there's little reason to go and take on goalkeeper whenever the big man from Spain was going to let you go either way. So now Gay plays it to the near side to Diop, to Muirhead. Muirhead back to Diop. Not many options in the middle. He'll play it back to Gay. Gay with the pass outside to Balde. Balde driving forward. That's Jazovic. Going to have to be careful on a yellow card. Plays it forward to Jagny, and a great back heel from Jagny to Otuanyi. Otuanyi's driving forward. Now it's Dickens playing the ball out. Tempo will have a throw in. I can't help but say it looks like maybe some tired legs for this Tempo side. So we will have a substitution for Tempo. Just eclipsed 15 minutes played in this second half. I believe that's a relatively new addition. Kendall coming from Costa Rica. Kendall Porras Cubero. Apologize if I'm butchering his name, though. Hasn't been with the team for too long, though he's shown that he can play, and I'm excited to see him on the field right now. He's on that far sideline. Looks like it could be Cousins putting the ball way up in the box. Flicked on into the middle by Kendall. Referee going to say somebody's offsides. Plays allowed to continue for now, and now whistle is blown. Bobby Clark going to eye up a long ball. And he does. Good delivery. Looking for the big man 99. Referee going to stop play. Say he needed to take it from further back. And now we're underway as Dickens has the ball driving forward. Finds Benton on his near sideline. Drops it back in the middle to Angel. Back to Benton. Forward to Deweese. Well won by Grand Pierre, and he's driving. He has Otuanyi up top, and behind him he has Porras. Well won by Davis, stopping what could have been a third goal. We are just eclipsing 17 minutes played in this second half. We'll have a corner kick for Tempo. Looks like it'll be Stanley Grand Pierre taking yet another corner. Jagny exiting the box. Entering the box is Gay. A lot of Tempo players at that near post right now. Looks like Otuanyi, Muirhead, Gay at the second post with Diop, as well as Porras. And the delivery, it's not a bad delivery, punched out by Reese. First touch is going to be taken by Cousins. Cousins tries to put the ball back in initially. Flicked out by Benton. One back by Oduro. Oduro driving. Finds Otuanyi. Referee says play on. Otuanyi can have a shot. It's well defended. And the shot easily saved by Reese. Oduro is sat on the floor. Looks like he's scathing a little bit. Hopefully the Ghanaian is all right. He is an absolute workhorse, the engine of this midfield for Tempo. He's brought to the floor quite hard, though Otuanyi was able to win the ball and continue play. Reese venting some frustrations to the center ref. Going to have to be careful not to get himself a yellow card, as Hooligans have got themselves several at this point. Oduro still on the floor at the moment. I'll take this moment just to pause for a second and grab a quick drink, as we are now just over 18 minutes played in this second half. Tennessee Tempo lead 2-0. And the drop ball given to Reese, played outside to Davis. Now charging forward along that sideline. Looked like Hooligan tried to play it forward to Katai. Or Abdullahi won. Ball is won forward by Hooligans. Have a chance to take a shot, and well saved at the near post by Alex Rodriguez. I don't know that I saw it initially, but it looked like there is a sub. I believe that's a substitution for Hooligans that took that shot at the near post. That's number 24. Number 24, Stanny Venya will have a chance to play it out. And it will be given as a corner. Grand Pierre laughed and smiled with the referee, saying, at least he could have gave me that for my effort. Benton will be on this near sideline. Delivery coming from Benton. The older Benton puts the ball in at the near post. Diop tries to get a first touch on it. Ball is still in the box. Muirhead flicks it forward for the moment. That's Benton winning it. Benton winning it yet again. Tried to tackle. Winning the tackle is Diop. Playing it forward is Cousins. Cousins looking for Grand Pierre. The ball's too strong, though. Some good talking from Muhammad Jagni in the middle, telling his teammates, calm down. You have a 2-0 lead. This second half nearly halfway over. As Dickens looks to take this throw in. Oduro touches the ball out. That's Muirhead trying to get the ball out. Plays it to the opposite sideline, and that's Katai on the ball. Doing step over and step over. Gets past one defender, takes a ripper of a shot. Bit too much on it, but not a bad attempt from the Zambian. Looks like we will have a sub. Looks like Benton coming off the field. Benton a double sub. Came in, I believe, for his brother, Jax Benton. Now coming onto the field. Substitution again. I'll give you a number as soon as I have it. We're quite a ways away from the field. This is when my vision is tested. So Rodriguez plays the ball to the outside. At the near side, substitution putting pressure on Diop. Diop plays it forward. Grand Pierre tries to touch it, though. It's Dickens, the last one to the ball. Sub is at this near sideline. Just need you to turn a little bit, fans. I'll let you know as soon as I see his number. As Diop has a chance for a throw-in. Throw it in, he does. Pressure from Katai. Left-footed ball forward is Gay. Looks like that is number 8. I finally got a glimpse of it. Number 8, Rob Schoenstein. This tempo, we're offsides. Davis will have a chance to play the ball forward. And he loves the long ball. He's looking for Venas on this far sideline, whose touch is one away from him by Grand Pierre. The two of them battling it out, having a little dribble fest on this sideline. Well won by Muirhead at first, though Coe comes out with it. Ball played off the face of Muirhead. Muirhead drops to the floor. Tempo have a chance to counter. Muirhead, hopefully you're correct at this near sideline, though. Tempo have a chance as that's Gregory Cousins driving. Gets past Anderson, takes a shot, and it's in the back of the net. And Tennessee Tempo lead this game 3-0 as Gregory Cousins takes on Ethan Anderson down the far sideline and rips a shot with his right foot into the left side of the goal. I hate to spoil what was an amazing moment for Tempo right now, but Jermaine Muirhead is sat on the floor, several of his teammates checking on him. Ball deflected to be abrupt right off his face and continued to play forward. He's able to stand up on his own accord. His athletic trainer, Olivia Schmidt, as well as women's Premier Soccer League player, Olivia Schmidt, comes on the field to check on him. The Jamaican takes water initially, hopefully just shaken up. Though Gregory Cousins, his fellow Jamaican, able to take the ball down the wing with pace. As I mentioned early in the first half, doesn't take on as many players as his opposite side winger, Grand Pierre. But when he takes someone on, if he gets the ball past you, then he has a strike in his right foot. And he put it right into the side net on the left side of the goal and makes it 3-0 for Tennessee Tempo as we just now eclipse the 24th minute mark in this second half. On the ball right now, Rob Schoenstein. Looks like Muirhead will have to come off the field, trying to see if they're going to allow him to come back on. Still holding off for the moment. Ball dropped back to Dickens. In the middle to Davis. Outside to Anderson. In the middle, to DeWeese. That's Katai winning the ball past. Balde initially played outside to Abdullahi. Abdullahi puts a right foot across in the box. Diop able to save it initially. Headed down by Cousins and then kicked it way out of play by Musa Gay. Now Ethan Anderson dropping it all the way back to Davis. Referee going to say stop play just for the moment and let the sub come in. Looks like play's allowed to continue instead. Dickens is driving forward as Muirhead gets his first touches back on the field. Grandpierre battling it out on that near sideline with Venas. Dickens and Katai overtop the ball. Katai tells the captain, let me do my magic. Puts a good ball in the edge of the box. First one by Cowie. Shot attempt coming from number 24, Venas. Played well up in the sky by Oduro. Touchdown by Katai, and that should be Tennessee tempo ball. It is, and that's Jermaine Muirhead. Taking the ball initially, though, he'll drop it for his center back, Diop. Tempo looked to have a substitution coming on in a moment. That's Muirhead playing the pass from Diop. Now forward, winning the ball is Venas. Winning it right back is Muirhead. Muirhead's charging. Muirhead has Cousins on his right side. He plays Cousins. If Cousins can bring that down, he'll have another great chance. Won by Abdullahi. Abdullahi taking the ball, plays it back into the middle, finds Jagny. Chested down by the Zambian. He can put a ball in the box, and he does. He finds Grandpierre. Grandpierre brings it down. He's one-on-one with Venas. Continues to take him on. 2-on-1 right now. Ball initially won by Venas, then brought down as Grandpierre. Referee says nothing doing, though. Also, I forgot to mention that we did have a substitution in goal. Coming in as Francois Jiba, an excellent player in the Mid-South Conference. Again, I work at Cumberland University. If you know the NAI, you know Lindsey Wilson. We've had several players on this team and have several players on this team who have played for Lindsey Wilson. And Jiba, an excellent goalkeeper, another Senegalese player, giving us full Senegalese defense and goalkeeper right now. As across the back line, from far side to near, you have Souleymane Balde in the middle, the big man, Moussa Gay, and on this near sideline, Ibu Diop. And between the sticks, Francois Jiba. Pressuring the ball right now is Kendall Porras. So we'll have a substitution. Putting pressure on is Kendall. Anderson plays it back to Reese. Ball played up. Grandpierre wins it. Played forward by the sub. Flicked on by Otuanyi. Was going to win the ball right back. Plays it to the sub in the middle. Driving, plays it to Jagny. Jagny has Cousins on the outside. Abdullahi wins it, though. Good touch forward by Balde. Unable to win the second ball as Katai is breaking. He has two players in the middle, and he's driving on his own. Gay's there for recovery. That's 99 in the middle. He takes a shot. Not far off the shot from the big man. Tried to hit it with the outside of his boot by the looks of it. Wasn't far off hitting the crossbar. Did hit the American football crossbar, though. Now that's Jiba playing it down to Diop. That's Braden Nye, the substitution. I apologize for not having that sooner, though the ball's played outside to Balde. Balde with the chip ball in the middle to Kendall, though won by Angel. Oduro plays it all the way back to Jiba. These Senegalese players do have a lot of chemistry amongst themselves. Jiba with the ball played into the middle, looking for the sub. Nye doesn't find him, though. Breaking forward is Jagny. Jagny outside to Cousins. They have a long switch. They have Grandpierre by himself, though, back in the middle. Initially looking for Jagny. One back after the initial loss of possession. That's Oduro in the middle. Finds Nye. Nye's a chance to play the ball forward. He wins the ball after contact. Now it's Grandpierre taking on Venas down this sideline. Going to try and put him on skates. He gets past him initially, though. One back by Venas. Now the ball is played out of bounds. Referee going to say that Grandpierre fouled number 24. If you haven't been watching this full game, it has been a very tightly contested game despite the 3-0 scoreline. A lot of pressure coming from Midwest Hooligans in the middle. A lot of contact allowed in this game by the center ref, and it's made for an interesting contest, I have to say, as Diop plays that ball just short of the stands, and it may just bounce over and into the stands. I think it goes. as Davis asks his goalkeeper for a ball. Is Dickens pressing forward, though it looks like it could be Coey. Several players along this sideline that could take the throw in. Coey steps forward. The captain elects to take it himself. The throw from Dickens, won by Oduro. Angel now on the ball, plays it back to Davis. Davis brings the ball down. The left footer driving with the ball initially, plays it to Abdullahi. Won by Otuwandi. Now that's Kendall Porras on the ball. Braden Nye with the pressure now, though dropped all the way back for Anderson. Anderson overruns the ball. I don't know if he's going to win that foot race with Cousins, but Cousins has Seth Otuwandi in the middle. He puts the ball in, and it's just too far. A chance to make it 4-0. And Cousins' ball is just a little too far. As we'll now have 2 more subs coming on the field for Midwest Hooligans. Again, I ask for patience as I search for their numbers across the field. Sadly, we don't have those radioed up to us. It's coming off the field is number 40, the leading goal scorer for the Hooligans, Katai. The other sub looks like Davis at the back. He'll prefer to walk around the goal, all the way around the sideline. The goal kick from Reese. He has Venus on the outside. We'll bring it down. Pressure from Grandpierre. Grandpierre wins it. Now that's Nye. Nye drops it to Oduro. Oduro with strong pressure, able to get out of it. Gay plays it forward to Balde. Balde with a big touch forward, and he ran onto it. Tries to find a breaking ball to Kendall. The great one-time pass over the top to Grandpierre, and Grandpierre has a chance. He has players in the middle and a shot. He has a chance. Ball saved on the touchline. That's Porras stopping the ball for now. He can take a shot. And what a shot he takes. Kendall Porras Cubero makes it 4-0. And what a shot it was. The Costa Rican brings the ball down, takes a left-footed shot, and he could not have took a better attempt on that ball. Fans, if you are watching from Costa Rica, make sure to give Kendall a big shout-out as he scores, make this game 4-0, and what a shot it was. Just about 15 minutes left of regular time in this game, as there will be a goalkeeping substitution for the Hooligans, as well as a pair of subs coming on for Tempo. I've had experience coaching the second team, and these are 2 players I'm really proud of to see on the field right now. I hope that if they go back and watch the film, they hear their credit, as that's Iker Rodriguez coming on the field right now. Player who doesn't always start every game, but he gives great minutes when he's on the field. Happy to see him on, as well as the big man, Joel, at the back. Now playing the ball back to Venas. In the middle to Dickens. Nearly won by Cousins. Dickens able to escape the pressure for now. Now that's Venas on the ball still. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper with a long ball forward. Touched by Deweese. Winning the ball to Oduro. Referee says play on. Players getting tied up in the middle. A lot of the time in this sport you will have hand fighting, though in this case there was some feet fighting on the field. Committing the fouls, Oduro. It's Anderson on the ball right now. With Davis stepping out, looks like Anderson could be the man taking these long free kicks. He'll like to play it short. Find Deweese in the middle, who played outside to Abdullahi. Back to Anderson. In the middle to Angel. Back to Abdullahi. Looks for a ball over the top, and he finds one of his substituted teammates, as that's number 19, Iker Rodriguez, battling it out on that far sideline. Going to try and stop the delivery. Delivery going to go just outside, though, as Vanius tries to keep that ball in. Rodriguez doing well to just keep him on that sideline, keep him on his left foot, don't allow him to cut it back. GUI initially looks like he's going to play it outside to Diop, though he drops it back in the middle to Gay. Rocking the number 0. That's what we have right now on the opponent's scoreboard. 4-0. Played in the middle is Sula. Breaking looked like Porras initially, though, brought down. Now driving forward again is Cousins. Cousins with a lovely ball to Grandpierre, and Grandpierre has his defender beat. He can pull it back. Goalkeeper's out of position. He'll put a ball in the middle of the box. Unable to find anybody, though. Goalkeeper now with a chance to get the ball out of the Hooligan half. So that substitution was number 1, Jordan Bidaasi. Driving the ball up the wing was Abdullahi initially. Brought to the floor, looks like Jagny. Referee gonna pull somebody forward. Give him a stern talking to, and gonna have to pull the ball back yet again. I'm no sign language expert, but that looked like the center ref telling him to cut it out, whatever it was that he was doing. That's Gay on the ball now. Plays it to Sula. Sula turning to Jagny. Jagny with a bit of an errant pass outside. Have a sub in the middle. That's number 26, Alan Zuna. Angel winning that ball, put in the air by Abdullahi. Grandpierre driving forward along with Dickens. Dickens has a chance to come out with it, though it's Nye. Nye puts it forward to Cousins. Cousins is onside. He plays it out to Grandpierre. Grandpierre right now one-on-one with the captain. Dummies the cross at first. Gives it to Kendall. Porras, it's like he's looking for a cross. I'm not certain what he was looking for right there. Finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts the ball in the air. A lot of hand fighting on that far sideline. And the ball scissor kicked out of bounds by Abdullahi. Right now, some passionate words being spoken to the 4th official by coaching staff from Midwest Hooligans. Obviously unhappy with a couple things that's not went their way in this game. That's Abdullahi playing the ball forward to Coe Jr. Touch back by Jagny. Jagny back to Sula. Sula all the way back to Gay. Gay outside to Diop. Diop back to Gay. Composure from the big man from Senegal. Allows play to develop forward. That's Jagny. Rodriguez back to Jagny. To Sula. To Jiba. To Diop now. Tempo looking like they're slowing things down as we're just about 38 minutes into the second half. Jiba will play it forward, looking for Sula. Sula with the ball in to Cousins. Cousins heads it on to Jagny, I believe. Jagny drops it down. He has several players on the edge of the box. Looks for Nye. Nye plays it over to Porras. Porras takes a shot. And not far of the post. He nearly had a brace. Kendall Porras Cubero nearly giving himself the double on the day. I don't want to speak ill, but I do believe that's his debut. So scoring a goal shows big things for the Costa Rican as the ball is played outside to Dickens. Dickens on the ball, plays it in the middle, finds Angel. Angel out to Abdullahi. Abdullahi with a lot of options forward. Plays a ball on the ground looking for number 27. That's, pardon me, Tedros Stem. I appreciate, again, the Hooligans coaching staff and administrative staff for sending me a pronunciation guide. That's Jiba outside to Diop. Diop right back to his goalkeeper. Lovely little chip ball to Sula, who brings it down and has a chance to counter. He has Rodriguez running. Plays it inside to Jagny. Jagny to Oduro. Out to Porras Cubero. And there's Diop on the ball now to Oduro. Tempo with the spell of the ball. First time they've really tried to hold on to the ball for a decent amount of this game as what looked to be a lovely through ball initially from Porras. Just did not have enough on it. Now Dickens just looking for anything he can find to go forward. Though Diop sends it forward to Cousins. Cousins getting tied up with Angel, I believe, in the middle. That could be Deweese. That's a potential head injury, so there will be a trainer pulled onto the field. Again, much credit to Olivia Schmidt. Great athletic trainer and a greater person. As Deweese is able to stand up on his own. Deweese walking it off, saying he doesn't need any attention, but thankfully rules of the game allow for a direct stoppage whenever there is a potential head injury. Looks like Tempo will have a sub as the big Englishman, George Grice, makes his way onto the field. Just about 5 minutes left of regular time. No word on stoppage time yet. Looks like Cousins will make way for Grice. Grice, the big man from University of Tennessee Southern, product of England, wearing number 14. We'll have to make sure his legs are loose because he'll be leading that press. Braden Nye right now defending Venas. Looks like he could win that ball, and he does. Pulled to the floor by Venas. Be a throw-in. Looks like Diop will be the one to take it. Tempo holding the ball just for the moment. That's Jiba, excellent with his feet, as you can see, playing the ball forward to Sula. Sula in the middle to Grice. Grice with his first touch of the game. Drops it to Nye. Cubero with the lovely lofted ball over the top, looking for Grandpierre. Grandpierre and Venas battling it out. Goalkeeper going to have to get rid of it quickly. Drop down from Jagney. He puts the ball into the box. Initially put the ball in the box was Kendall, though. Slow the game right back down as this game comes into its closing point. Tennessee Tempo lead 4-0. After fans, if you missed it, an absolutely lovely left-footed, almost half volley just about 10 minutes or so ago coming from the debutante, Kendall Porras Cubero. Jagney on the ball now, drops it to Gay. Gay outside for Sula. Touch forward by Nye. Abdullahi on the ball. Won by Grice. Grice putting strong pressure on. Nye getting called for a bit of hand fighting. Number 27, Tedros, Stem winning that ball. Winning the foul, I should say. Now Hooligans just going to have to pump the ball forward and hope they can at least get one back for the sake of goal differential. A well-coached side. I'd like to give credit to any team that comes here and puts in a good shift. Handle yourselves well administratively. An amazing front staff as Grandpierre is going to foul Venas, I believe. There'll be a foul just outside the box. And he will be brandished a yellow card. Stanley, a very happy guy, still smiling at the ref, saying, "Are you sure?" I think it's too late for that. Nye will initially stand in front of the ball. Jiwa going to have to decide how many he wants in his wall. Initially, right now, it's Nye and Grandpierre. Holding the line high, number 14, George Grice. Stepping into the wall, Porras Cubero. Taking the free kick will be Tedros Stem. Referee going to pull Tempo back just a little bit further. As now Porras Cubero will step out of the wall. This two-man wall for Jiba on the floor and played out by Oduro. Good play from Oduro. Looks like the Hooligans look to take the corner quickly. Give it to Coe, though. They like to play it back, and the left-footed ball put into the box. Second post. Nobody on it yet. Rodriguez tries to play the ball out. Porras Cubero tries to play the ball out. Hooligans still with a chance to put the ball in the box. They get past one Tempo player, two Tempo's player. And that's Ibu Diop winning the ball, and that should be a Tempo throw-in on that far sideline. As now, if my timer is correct, We are in the final minute of regular time. Again, fans, we thank you for listening to our broadcast. As your Tennessee Tempo lead 4-0 right now. The throw in. Coming on that far sideline. Looks like Coe Jr. again. He'll attempt a long throw. First touch by Gay. Put the ball back into the box. Ball still being scrambled around. That's Nye on the ball right now. He's in a bit of a foot race. He has Grandpierre on his outside. Abdullahi wins that ball, plays it forward. Great work from the Hooligans to stop a sure counterattack. Now that's Diop looking back for his compatriot initially, though he doesn't have him. Nye checking in for the ball as well as Oduro. It'll be Nye. Play the ball back to Diop. Diop initially flicks the ball over Angel's head. That's Kendall Porras, Cubero on the ball. Now Nye playing it out wide, looking for Jagney, though it'll be won by Tedros. Now battling it out is Stem and Jagney. Jagney with some strong contact, though. It'll be a throw in for the Hooligans. Looks like it'll be Stem taking that throw in. And instead he drops it again for the big man. And he'll get one heck of a run up as he nearly goes to the outside 8th lane of the track. He got his steps in and he delivers the ball into the box. Jiwa is tested, though he saves it initially. There will be a foul committed on Jiwa as he initially handled the ball. Was brought to the floor by somebody. It looked like Musa Gay was going to have to make a goal line clearing, a goal saving, a goal clearing defense, whatever you would call it. I can't seem to get the words out right now, but I think you understand, fans. Saves what could have been a shutout ruining goal. As now Jiwa on the ball, plays it to Gay. Referee slows things down. We'll have to go right back to Jiba. Yellow card given to one of the Hooligans. If you're curious about the name, they're not just called Hooligans because they like to get in scraps. As I was told, they were given the name Hooligan just because whenever they were trying to figure out a name for their team, they couldn't seem to come up on anything, and one of their wives said, well, you guys are just a bunch of hooligans. And as the team said, the rest was history. As Jagney now on the ball, he'll drop it back to Oduro. Oduro escapes pressure initially. That's Nye on the ball. Nye plays it to Porras Cubero. Dekes out one defender, plays in the middle to Nye. Nye with pressure, unable to get rid of the ball as it's Cowie Jr. now. Plays it forward. And across looking for Abdullahi. Abdullahi's one-on-one with Ibu Diop. Tries to just put a ball in the box. Well handled by Jiba. Not a terrible attempt to just put the ball in the box. Strong hands, though, from the big Senegalese man in the box. So Duro will play it outside. Grandpierre back to Diop. Back to Jiba. Sula back to Gay. And again to Jiba. Lovely little chip ball over the top. Given to Diop. Diop driving. Finds Porras Cubero. Tempo just wearing out the last minutes of this game as we are now in stoppage time. Jiba doing a great job to direct traffic. Tells Gay that he has Sula on the outside. That's Joel driving, finds Nye in the middle. Excuse me, that's now Nye on the ball. He'll play it outside to Grandpierre. Grice is making a run up top. Cutting in, brought to the floor, or at least looking like he was trying to win a foul. Was Grandpierre. Fourth official going to have to put a ball on the field. Again, all the credit in the world to Midwest Hooligans. I know 4-0 isn't the scoreline that they would have hoped for, but gave Tempo a good game. Several strong players on this team. Based out of Evansville, Indiana. Expect that they'll be a team that'll be around for some time now. Founded in 2020, as number 4, Ibu Diop plays the ball. That's Gabe back to Jiba. But as I was saying, founded the club in 2020 by Austin Bruder. Club joined the UPSL in 2021. Initially started playing in the Kentucky-Tennessee Conference, as I'm told, and then ended up moving shortly into the Gateway Conference, though they made their return to the Kentucky-Tennessee. Now Kentucky-Tennessee-Indiana Conference might be here soon before you know it. Having a good campaign. As they say, the best campaign so far in their club's history this season. A lot of talented players in this team. And as I said, I expect they're a team that'll be around for some time now. Coached by Austin Bruder, the man who founded the team, was a former goalkeeper for the Hooligans, transitioned into coaching, as well as assistant coach Logan Ball, and as I was told, is a former standout player, as George Grice now has a chance to take on the whole Hooligan defense by himself. He cuts it back. Abdullahi tries to take the ball off of him, though. That's Nye. Nye driving forward. He has a player outside. He plays it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez can put a ball in the box. Takes the ball short. Puts the ball in. He has Grice. Grice with a lovely attempt, and Tempo make it 5-0 in the dying moments of this game as the big man from England hits a lovely volley into the back of the net, making this game 5-0. George Grice, someone I helped get to this team, and I am so ecstatic, if I can be selfishly, to see him putting a goal in the back of the net. Hopefully we got good film on that because they need that at UT Southern. Looking at an excellent ball delivered from the back post from Rodriguez, giving Grice an excellent chance to put the ball in, and hitting the volley out of the air was Grice scoring a lovely goal. Surely this game is going to be called soon as we are well into stoppage time, but happy as can be for Grice. Obviously we love goal differential, but see the big man getting a goal really makes me happy to see, if I can be selfishly, as now putting pressure on his Grand Pierre. Dickens losing the ball initially, though, won back by Venas. Won back again by Grice. Grice will have a chance. Now it's Kendall Porras-Cubero. That's Grice on the ball. Grice can take a shot. This one goes wide, but not by much. Looks like it took a deflection. I didn't see that, though. It'll be a corner kick for Tempo. Taking that corner kick, looks like it'll be Muhammad Jagni. He has Rodriguez at the edge of the box. Braden Nye, several other players in. Not certain who was able to get ahead to it, though. It's going to be a goal kick. Looked like it could have been Porras-Cubero. Now that's Cowie Jr. Going to try and pump the ball forward. Sula, the first one to it, puts the header forward. Brought down by Nye. Abdullahi plays it forward. One back by Nye yet again. That's Oduro now. Oduro back to Gay. Gay outside to Diop. Diop driving, trying to add in a sixth if we can. He has Oduro. Oduro in the middle to Jagni. Jagni has Nye next to him. Plays it to Porras-Cubero. Over to Diop. Diop back to Oduro. With the pressure in front of him. Plays it to Diop. It'll be a Tempo throw-in on this near sideline. Looks like he'll be given a yellow card for time wasting, Diop. Not certain. It's a 5-0 game, nearly 10 minutes into stoppage time. I'm a little bit surprised to see that, though. That's now Nye winning that ball, driving forward. Tries to put a ball forward to Grand Pierre, though it's going to have too much on it. It'll be a goal kick. And if I hear the whistles correctly, yes, center ref points to the box, and that will be ball game as your Tennessee Tempo FC take this game 5-0. Countless goals being scored. A goal in his debut for Kendall Porras-Cubero, as well as a goal for my man George Grice. Happy to see Tempo adding 5 more to our goal difference tally. Again, thank you fans for listening, and honestly, really a great shout out to Midwest Hooligans. Seemed like a class act of a program. We appreciate all the effort that you all gave in helping our broadcast. And fans, we hope that you enjoyed listening as Tennessee Tempo FC take this game 5-0.